Hey guys, it's Drac, and I had the opportunity to make a review of the Nerf GlowShot. Now this is an in-strike blaster, so we should not be expecting elite style performance out of it. Reminds me a lot of the most recent iteration of the snapfire, where it has a better handle and I guess build quality to it. It also is kind of like the new Zombie Strike Super Soakers in that it has LED technology to glow its entire body, so that's why it's a semi-transparent. In the promo photos, we thought that it was going to have a green plastic similar to Sonic Series plastic, but that is not to be the case. It appears as though it will be this kind of hazy clear plasticky color, so we're going to go ahead and remove this from the package as well as the 3 elites that it came with. I also brought 2 more elites out just to be safe. So on the back it tells you that in order to activate the glow, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove this, and then 2 AAA batteries. We'll do that in a secondary segment. So handle is kind of weird, definitely very, very uncomfortable. The smoky on the clear is very cool. The ability to see the internals is nice. You can see that the spring is very small and you only have about 1.5 inches of travel, but such is life. Then there's of course a regular style AR that would be very easy to modify out in the top of the blaster and then firing. So this is the equivalent of almost an angled shot because I'm standing way up high right now, but firing, that's interesting. Due to the inline nature of this kind of jolt style system, as well as its regular trigger, seem to be getting closer to, it's better than an elite jolt and worse than a firestrike. So it's not quite elite style performance, but definitely hitting reasonable ranges. We will turn and do a level shot. And level shots of about 35 feet. An angled shot from this distance, we could probably get it over to that play area. Certainly. So angled shots of about 55, 60. So right in and around that elite performance style, but a little bit subpar. For something with this tiny a plunger tube and this little plunger travel, I am very impressed by that level of performance, but I do want to point out that the handle is remarkably uncomfortable for adult style hands. This is very much a children's blaster because I can only fit 2 fingers comfortably on the grip in addition to a trigger finger. My pinky has to curl down here, and then it's just kind of awkward. I know that this is the switch to engage the light up, and it's got a slight amount of clickiness in it there, but it really ruins your grip that digs into the webbing of your hand, and I don't think that there would ever be a world where I could turn it on or off reliably while using this as a sidearm. But the clear barrel is really, really cool. One thing that I do want to point out that is a flaw of this is you can see the LEDs are here, and then there might be one other one, but there isn't one on the barrel itself. So for something called the GlowShot, you can't actually charge your glow-in-the-dark darts with this blaster. So you could put glow-in-the-dark elites in here, but unlike Firefly Tech blasters, it would not charge them enough to find them in the dark during nighttime play. So I like the aesthetic of this blaster. I think that it would be really cool on a much larger scale. Let's take a look at the glow feature in the dark, and then I'll kind of wrap up my thoughts on it. So this is of course a low light setting with the batteries installed. You can see one LED comes from the top illuminating the glow shot, and then one points directly away from the dart, hilariously. The clear barrel is actually very cool. I like that you can fire through the clear barrel. I think that that's pretty neat, that it seems that the dart is floating in midair in this kind of almost sci-fi apparatus, which is only accentuated by the lighting here. So as I kind of close this door and remove ambient light, you can see how this is going to look in the dark. And I think that that's pretty cool. I wish that there was more light work down here so that it wasn't so isolated to these 2 LEDs. But overall, I think that it's a cool blaster. For the price point, it's pretty tough to beat. It's a little bit cheaper than a Firestrike with a little less performance and has a cool light up gimmick. This would be a very fun humans versus zombies blaster. The first thing I'd do is modify it so that this was not part of the handle. I'd remove this entirely and then rewire the switch so that it lit up when you had your finger halfway depressing the trigger. I think that the original nightfinder technology that did that was really, really cool and very useful. So I like that. I think that it would look really hot glowing in a holster like that. It's just an overall neat miniature blaster. It's certainly a single shot, non-ideal sidearm, but if you're going for that zombie strike kind of feel, I think that that's pretty tough to beat. So that's my review of the GlowShot. I think it's a fine blaster for the price. If you'd like to pick one up, I'll put a link to its Amazon page in the description box below. I probably won't be making a modification guide for this, but I might have enough of you ask for it in the comments section below, just because I have a lot of other mod guides and commission work that I'm working on this holiday season. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.